Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. I'm pretty excited. We've got the Prince of Persia collab character skills officially announced. The thing that gets me is they've called him Prince of Persia, so they refer to him as Prince. Anyway, King of Blades, Prince, Dimensional. He's an agility-based ranger, as we could probably all have guessed. Now, his skills, I really do like the look of. I really like it. I like his combat style. Whenever I play games, I like the assassin, agile combat style, and that's why I've always wanted Sylvina to get an ascension, because I like that sort of thing. But this guy just takes it to another level, and they've done really good to make his skills line up with like the actual Prince of Persia game. So I'm pumped for this. Oh, and also because this always gets asked. No, I didn't see an official statement on when he's coming to the game. Hopefully it's in the next week or so on the test server, and then it's normally, you know, half a week to a week later than that on the global server for updates and stuff like that. So not too sure. Let you know as soon as he does drop into the game. It's gonna be sick. Let's get into it. Obviously, we'll have to wait on skill ups. There's a lot of things where they say certain amount of times or several seconds. So we got to get all the specifics once he drops into the game. But for now, this is a really good look. His ultimate ability, Sands of Time. When this ability is actively used, Prince uses energy to cast the Ravages of Time, which deals damage to surrounding enemies and also stunning them for several seconds. Whenever Prince suffers fatal damage, Recall is triggered, and Prince uses energy to revert his health and position to as they were several seconds prior. Recall can be triggered up to several times per battle. So we'll have to wait on the specifics, but I love this. I hope they make it animate really cool. I hope they do it a lot like the game animated it. So we'll have to wait and see. But basically, his ult, like when you look at him as a standard character, generates his ult gauge, and then uses an ult, which is it sounds like a small range AoE that also stuns. But if he dies, he uses his energy to cheat death, move back to the position a few seconds earlier, and be back. And then there's integrations with either his signature item or his furniture as well to do with that. So cool ability. Cool ability. I like it. I like it. Next up, Tempest of Agony. This ability can only be used whenever there are more than one enemy in close proximity to Prince. Prince deals damage to nearby enemies, also stunning them for several seconds. This ability can be used up to one time every several seconds. Like, I'm already thinking Chicken Iron. He's got an AoE with a stun for an ultimate. He's got an AoE with a stun for this if there's more than one enemy near him, which Chicken Iron's getting it done. I hate saying Chicken Iron because I say it for everything, but it just sounds like a synergy. Give me a break. Anyway, next one. Wall Dive Attack. This ability can only be used whenever Prince is situated at the edge of the battlefield and an enemy is nearby. When used, Prince pounces from a wall towards an enemy target, dealing damage to all enemies he passes through, which is equal to a certain percentage of their own max health, but shall not exceed a certain percent of Prince's own attack rating. This ability can be used up to one time every several seconds, so he needs to be at the back of the field. I'm assuming it can be the back of your side or the back of their side. I don't think it really matters. We'll hopefully it works for both, but he's just going to bounce off the wall and deal damage to everyone. Sweet. Concentrated Force. Sorry, I lost my voice. Concentrated Force. Each time an enemy loses a certain percentage of their max health, Prince immediately recovers some energy and his crit is raised for the next several seconds. So this is a very ambiguous one that I'm not too sure. This is obviously his passive. We'll have to wait and see like how it interacts. Like if it's like every time they lose 10% and they're all losing health all the time, he just like stacks crit and energy, it's gonna be insane. But we'll have to see the actual figures on that one. But not a bad ability. Not a bad ability. Dealing damage makes him gain stats. Happy days. And it doesn't sound like it's like he has to deal the damage. It's just like as they take damage, which is really nice. Put him with a Daemon, I don't know. Get instant, like, you know, you get the passive straight away, 18% of someone, and away you go. All right. Next up, his signature item skill. Bounding Agility. I love this ability. In between abilities and attacks, Prince will attempt to adjust his position by rolling or somersaulting backwards in order to meet the conditions needed to activate his Tempest of Agony and Wall Dive Attack abilities. During these actions, his dodge is raised, and once the actions have finished, his attack rating will be increased for several seconds. So he's going to be like doing a little stab and then somersaulting and then doing another stab and then rolling, trying to get towards walls to use his wall dive attack, and trying to get near enemies to use his Tempest of Agony, which is AoE with a stun. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's what I'm most excited about. His combat style, he's going to look sick on the battlefield, I think. I think he's going to look absolutely wicked. And then, and this makes me think Chicken Iron even more than I already did, because if he's with Chicken Iron, they're all going to get dragged in. He's going to run up. There's going to be a bunch of enemies near him, so he's going to use his AoE, his Tempest of Agony, AoE stun. Then he's going to like do a little cartwheel and try and get to the back of the field because he's going to be close to the wall because the enemies are all there. He's going to hit the back wall. He's going to use his wall dive attack and dive through and attack them all again. I just think it's going to be, I think that is the best synergy. Obviously, we will experiment with other things, but Chicken Iron, I'm be excited for it because it's fun. Okay, moving on from that, Battle Memory Furniture ability. After the ultimate ability recall effect is triggered, so after he receives fatal damage and reverts time, uses Sands of Time, Prince dodge is increased and he will not suffer critical strikes for the following several seconds. That's pretty cool. So it's like a cheat death where he reverts back, but then he gets the dodge and won't get crits. So he's pretty guaranteed to survive to a point where he can recover himself nicely. So I think this is a really nice kit. I don't think it sounds like Iron's levels of broken, but I think it's gonna see a lot of use. When you've got two AoE stuns in your kit, I just feel like you're gonna be viable places. And then when you've got so much dodge, so this is the thing that makes him good. I feel like he's gonna have decent damage because he's gonna increase his own crit rating. And boost his energy, which means he's going to get around to his CC more often and stuff like that. He's really hard to kill because he's going to cheat death and then he's going to get dodge and won't be crit. He's going to roll around the battlefield, which I don't know what kind of interactions the rolling around the battlefield will have with enemies, like trying to chase him for an attack, and whether it's going to actually waste attacks of enemies that are trying to attack him, but he's out of range because he's rolling around. And he's just got a bunch of AoE. It sounds like a really, really nice kit, if you ask me. And I don't think it's going to be broken, but I think it's going to be hella fun and actually pretty strong and easy to slot him into a team. You got two AoE, you got two AoE stuns and cheat death, and you dive from walls and stuff. It's going to be sick. Anyway, guys, that's what we got for his skills. Once he does drop into the game, obviously we will cover them, look at the actual numbers, look at the skill ups, look at the upgrades on the signature item and the furniture, because those are going to be interesting to see. But that is what we got for now. Pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for this one. I can't wait to get my hands on him. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.